Hello, Kyle with MessageDesk here for another January-February MessageDesk product update. Here to talk about everything that is new, improved, and coming soon to MessageDesk. So let's dive in. Item number one, this is a biggie. We made big improvements to scheduled messaging in January. So what does that actually look like? Well, the first thing, if you log into MessageDesk, go to your inbox, and if you click into a conversation with scheduled messages, you get a nice little widget that displays here in the UI that actually tells you, hey, you have 2 messages already scheduled in this conversation. You can click display scheduled messages, and we can actually see the message text directly inside of the conversation thread. So this is a great way to jump into a thread. You, a teammate, has been texting back and forth with a contact. You need to know what messages are scheduled, what's upcoming for this contact. Well, now you've got that view right here. Super easy, super crisp. Just click on edit here. You can also edit the message content. You can reschedule the message. You can send it immediately, take various actions that are all important right there. So that's the first layer of scheduled messaging. I'm going to apply a template here. You'll notice too that the scheduled message widget is a little bit updated. So we've changed the date time picker here, just made it a little bit more user friendly. I'm going to select a date time and I'm going to pick a time here. You'll notice that you can actually type into these as opposed to having to select something from the UI. Makes it just a little bit easier. I'm going to click OK, and then I can schedule that message. And we'll notice that now that I have this new message scheduled, I can actually go to a separate view and view all of my scheduled messages across my entire workspace and my team. This is the next handy feature. So clicking will actually redirect me to my inbox and this scheduled view. That's what we're in currently. And inside of this view right here, I can see a list of all of my scheduled messages, and I can take various actions. First thing, click on a scheduled message here. I can edit the message itself. I can reschedule. I can send now, or I can delete it. I can take some actions in bulk too. I can send the schedules now. I can delete all these scheduled messages. I can, of course, click into a scheduled message, get some details about it. I know here that this is going to a specific contact. I can see the phone number that is related to that contact. This didn't exist. We've got that now. And then I've got some additional information in terms of when the next send will actually be. This is a readable date time. And then I know who actually created the scheduled message. In this case, it was me. So there you go. That's another layer. The other really useful feature here for teams and just in general for managing scheduled messages is that you can now filter. So I click the filter icon on the top right here, and I've got a couple different options. So I can view all of my scheduled messages. I can see what's currently scheduled, and I can see what was scheduled but has now also been sent. And I can filter this down even further by user. So if I wanted to see everything that Clint has scheduled, I can click on Clint. I'll apply my filter, update, and now I have a view of all of the messages that my teammate Clint has scheduled. Other views as well. I can see everything that's been sent. In this case, I want to see all of Clint's messages again that Clint scheduled and has been sent. And then, of course, I can see all messages globally and apply that filter. There you go. So this is everything that's ever been scheduled. And then the final thing to note, too, with our filters, you can do this anywhere there is actually a filter in MessageDesk. These are shareable. So click this little icon here. To copy the URL basically to your clipboard, and then you can share that with a teammate so that they have access to that view as well. Very slick, very simple. Okay, that's the big stuff in the new and improved category. Let's, final thing I'll actually mention, we did update our docs. So if you need additional details on exactly how scheduled messaging works or any other MessageDesk related question, we've got really, really comprehensive docs here. I've written them myself. Just go to docs.messagedesk.com and you can get the full breakdown. For instance, we've got an updated video for here, how scheduled text messaging works, updated screenshots, showing all of the new enhanced UI, UX, all that kind of good stuff is here for you. So great resource. Okay, let's talk about what is upcoming. So in progress right now, the next big thing coming to MessageDesk, this has been something that users have asked for a while, are app-wide delete actions. What does that mean? Well, deleting contacts, deleting labels, basically doing, typical, like we would call it data or CRUD, create, read, update, delete. We're going to be adding these delete actions first so that users have access to that. This has been something that, again, people have been asking for. Just makes life a little bit easier in terms of administrating your workspace. After delete actions, be on the lookout for call forwarding. So this is a specific feature for anybody who has purchased a 10-digit text-only phone number through us, through MessageDesk. What call forwarding is users will have the ability to set up a forwarding motion so that when someone tries to call your text-only number, it will ring a mobile number, a landline, a VoIP line, any number that you want to use. The benefit with this is that if someone texts your number, or I'm sorry, calls your text-only number, that call doesn't get dropped. So it will actually transfer through and you can actually have a voice conversation. So just kind of a slick quality of life feature. Other things that we've got coming, look out for additional triggers and actions with relays. I talked about relays last month. This was a big feature release for us. This is the way that you automate and supercharge your inbox with automations. A bunch of ways that you can build workflows, a whole bunch of stuff there. Look out, for instance, for a video from me on autoresponders and how to set those up. Again, more features coming to relays shortly. Other things that we're working on in the background. This is less important if you're a current MessageDesk inbox by MessageDesk user, but we've been doing some data import and migration stuff behind the scene for users who are using version 1 of our product and want to come over to the new product. So be on the lookout for that. And then the final thing that I'll mention is SOC 2. This is less relevant for maybe if you're a smaller org, but bigger orgs for sure, this is going to be important. SOC 2 is a compliance standard. Trust Center, so you can go to secure.com. This basically outlines all of our policies for data retention, data management, incidents, if there's ever an outage. All of that information in terms of how we handle all of this is documented. It's here. You can request access to all this stuff. Very comprehensive. Again, if you're a larger team or organization, this stuff may be important to you, but it's all here and it's all documented, which is great. We should be finishing up our SOC 2 accreditation probably by mid-February, if I had to guess. So stay tuned for that. And as always, you can visit changelog.messagedesk.com for a full list of everything that is updated, improved, changing inside of MessageDesk. I keep this up to date myself. So every time we have an actual user-facing change that's really important, I document it, I put it in here. And if you're ever in-app and you see, for instance, from your inbox, little icon here that says, new stuff, new features, update available, click that. It'll actually take you to the change and you can see everything that's happening. So pretty much in real time, I've got that information for you, which is really cool. And that will do it for this January, February update. I'll be back again next month to talk about everything that is new, improved, and coming soon to MessageDesk. Catch you later.